Alright, so now I have the locomotive attached to the tender. I spliced into the black and red wires and soldered to the Soundbug. I even included a easy disconnect plug. I have the locomotive elevated off the track. So now I am going to start programming the sound in sync with drive wheels. 4 chuffs per revolution. Okay, so back at her here. I have her all put together. So, like in my original install with the NCE, it's just a light motor function decoder. So I had installed LED in the front. I installed a smoke unit, a soothe unit, wired all through. I even installed little surface mount LEDs in an attempt to try a function that illustrates firebox lighting. I tried a red and a yellow light and used some translucent tape to try to blend it. Didn't really work as well as I had hoped. So I'll eventually switch that out for an orange or keep red LED. But it shows. The original decoder, the NCE decoder, is here in the rear of the tender. And I had spliced into the track power wires, the red and the black, and lightly soldered the Soundbug to it. And I put the Soundbug here, isolated it from the other decoder, and the speaker capacitor is there as well. A little interruption there. Sorry about that. So anyway, capacitor's back here, wired in. I have the Soundbug spliced into the track power wire, and I used the original plug that would have been here, just in case I wanted to disconnect the Soundbug for whatever reason. But I managed to program both of them while they were in the locomotive. The speaker is here in this part of the tender, and wiring is all throughout. And I drilled about 32 holes up here in the load of the coal load for the tender. So I'm going to fire this up. I did attempt to adjust the settings to have 4 chuffs per revolution of wheel while I had the locomotive up on blocks. I can do that because the tender wheels are power pickup as well. But there was less resistance on the wheels, and I managed to do it while it was up on blocks. But I did try it out earlier, and because of the resistance of the weight of the locomotive and the tender, the chuff and the revolution doesn't quite match, so I'll have to readjust that. But I'll do that next. But I'll show you the sound. We'll power up here. As you can see, I was trying to back the locomotive up, and there's a lot of resistance in the gearbox. I'm happy with the sound, but I'm not happy with performance yet. So far, this is the third locomotive I have like this from President's Choice. The Hudson K5A 464, and this one is the only one that seems to work reasonably well, yet it's still not quite the way I want it. I have to get it up to about 18 before it starts moving. There's the firebox lighting. Let's see if I have any smoke left in the smoker. Just a little bit. Yeah, I put a little bit of fluid in there. Let's see what it does. There it is. As I said, I only put a little bit of smoke fluid in there. And that's it. I really like the President's Choice locomotives. The detail is not 100% there, but for the money you pay, even if it was brand new, the whole set was $100 plus tax. If you're lucky, you get them secondhand used with everything included, and you pay anywhere from the original price to what I paid for this set. Someone just never used it. I paid $20. I bought them for $40, $60. Different sets, and the locomotive is what's worth it. You get the locomotive, you upgrade it to DCC, and you get yourself a wonderful locomotive. Alright, have a good one.